Have you ever let someone stay in your house on good faith and now they just won't leave? No rent agreement, no written terms, and suddenly they have gone from guest to unwanted tenant. Can you legally evict them in India without a rent agreement? Today's video isn't just about law, it's about protecting your peace, your space, and your sanity. Because if you're stuck in this situation, you're not alone. And yes, there is a way out. Let me tell you about someone I recently spoke to, Mr. Joshi from Pune, a kind-hearted retired gentleman who let a distant cousin stay in the flat during the pandemic. Verbal agreement, no rent taken, just trust. 2 years later, the cousin is still there, refuses to move out, and now he is threatening Mr. Joshi with harassment complaints. No written rent agreement, no receipts, just a house that no longer feels like his own. Sounds scary. This is more common than you think. So, what can you do if you are in a similar trap? Let's break it down legally, practically, and strategically. First, let's clear the biggest myth. No rent agreement means you can't evict. False. Indian law doesn't say a rent agreement is mandatory for eviction. It's just evidence. And yes, it helps. But even without it, you can still have rights. The Transfer of Property Act of 1882 governs landlord-tenant relationships in most of India, especially where there is no state-specific rent control act involved. If a person is staying without a written agreement, the law may treat them as licensee or a tenant at will, meaning they can occupy the property at your consent, which can be revoked. Here's a practical step-by-step approach to deal with a tenant without a rent agreement. Step 1. Send a legal notice. Start with a formal legal notice giving the person 15 to 30 days to vacate the premises. Clearly mention that they are occupying under informal permission and that permission is now withdrawn. This not only puts pressure but also sets a legal trail. Step 2. Collect evidence. Even if there is no agreement, circumstantial evidence matters. WhatsApp chats or messages, bank transfers labeled as rent or maintenance, electricity, water bills in your name, witnesses from neighbors. All of these help paint a timeline of who's the actual owner and who's overstaying. Step 3. File a civil suit for eviction. You can approach the civil court with a suit for recovery of possession. This is not the same as criminal trespass because originally you allowed them to stay. Step 4. Use the doctrine of license revocation. A case law to support this. Take a look at Krishna Ram Mahile vs. Shobha Venkat Rao in 1989, where the Supreme Court held that even in cases without formal tenancy, once permission is withdrawn, the person is bound to vacate. And if they don't, you can seek their eviction through court. Now, what if they threaten you? File a false police complaint. Claim they've been harassed. This is unfortunately common. Here's where preventive police action can help. File a non-cognizable report or NCR or general diary called GD. Entry at your local police station. It shows you're seeking lawful remedy and protects you from false counter accusations. And yes, this saved Mr. Joshi. His lawyer advised him to file an NCR and record every conversation. When the cousin finally crossed the line and called the police, guess who had the upper hand? Here's the truth. Good people often land in bad legal situations because they act out of trust, not documentation. But law isn't just about paper, it's about intent, timing, and evidence. Having no rent agreement doesn't mean you're powerless. It just means you need to be more strategic. And honestly, this goes beyond just one tenant. This is a reminder for all of us. Never mix trust with informality when it comes to property. Always document. even if it's with family. And if you make that mistake, know that the law still gives you a path. If you found this video helpful, don't keep this knowledge to yourself. Share it with someone who may be silently suffering. Because the worst battles are fought inside the home. And legal ignorance should never be a reason for losing. In the description, I've added links to key case laws and a checklist for eviction without a rent agreement. Download it, it's free and could save you years of stress. And hey, if you're facing similar issue, tell me in the comments. No judgments, no shame, just support and solutions. Hit the like button, subscribe for more legal survival guides and check out our Property Disputes Explained playlist. The links are in the description below. Until next time, protect yourself, protect your peace, document everything and remember, your home should never feel like a battlefield. Take care. Bye.